So you're tired of the rat race and now you want to be the soft girl that lives in a country cottage, grows veggies, does yoga, and reads books. Until you actually live that life and realize it's a pretty bad idea. I come from a city of 9 million something people. At 22, I flew 8,000 miles to a tiny remote island on the other side of the globe to liberate myself from the suffocating city lifestyle. Country life will be nice for a gorgeously brief moment. The slower pace of life frees you from toxic productivity, competition, materialism, and all sorts of stress living life on the fast lane. But while you slow down, people are still moving at the same fast pace. When I was leisurely lounging around, my friends were achieving great things by the most objective social standards. Many got into the big 3, 4, 5 of their respective fields. Some just completed their many degrees, and one bought their first home. I deliberately ran away from the race of success, but it's unsettling to fall behind. And while the slow life aesthetic looks very effortless, nobody shows you the real amount of work that goes into living in a cottage dream, like growing a garden, for example. Also, let's be real, how do people afford to live a slow, leisurely life doing nothing? Reality quickly hits and most ends up hopping back onto the hamster wheel to make ends meet. A slow and comfortable life takes a lot of privilege to maintain. After living a short-lived, slow life, I returned to the grind. Then I burned out, so I slow down again, rinse and repeat. Placing yourself in a slow-moving external environment does help, but doesn't automatically stop your internal mind from racing at a full steam ahead speed. And the question is, how do we slow down from within? If you're struggling to maintain a slow life like I was, don't come to the conclusion that slow living is not for you yet. You probably just need to live a simple life first. And no, not the kind of simple where you have to declutter your bed and sleep on the floor. What I mean is to simplify your life by removing chaos and retaining activities that don't stress you out. Unlike slow living where you need a certain level of privilege to pursue, a simple living lifestyle probably has the lowest barrier to entry. You don't necessarily have to make a complete switch. Just carry on with your usual life, but make it less complicated. If something or someone is draining your energy, let them go. If thinking about the future and what ifs stresses you out, bring yourself back to the present moment instead. Try this out. Whenever your mind wanders, bring yourself back to the now by thinking of 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Whenever life gets too chaotic, I personally think of my childhood self. I had the most basic routine, enjoyed the simplest of things. Life couldn't have been simpler than that. What did you love doing as a kid? Try to bring some of that back into your life. Let your childlike self reconnect you to the simplicity of life. And then, of course, gratitude. Turn around and look at all the things that surround yourself. How would your life quality change without the convenience you have? Say, something as simple as hot water? If you still struggle to feel grateful because others around are better and still have the urge to catch up, you're killing your own joy with comparison. Whenever I start to feel like I'm too slow, a few questions I would ask myself are: first, compare it with who and what? Do I really need to speed up to achieve the same things as my friends? To snatch the trendiest whatever that everyone on Instagram's wearing? And second, if I were to successfully catch up, would that leave me fulfilled? Happy and proud for sure, but would that satisfy me for life? Or will I still end up chasing after something bigger, better, and the vicious cycle goes on? It's human nature to strive for bettering ourselves, but we sometimes attach too much of our self-worth to external things. Look inward. You can be better than your own self today, for sure, but you're absolutely enough right here and right now. Honestly, I still can't live a slow life 100% of the time because my life is never 100% simple enough, at least not yet. But that doesn't mean we're committing to a lifetime of grinding. Realistically, there are times in life I work myself to the ground, but there are also times I slow down to enjoy the fruit of my labor. You can also be a busy bee one day and a lazy bone on another. Find a balance that is the most attainable for your living situation. A slower and simpler life is possible wherever you are, city or country alike. So, slow down, it's simple. Peace and love.